As for Nicki, fans are now dragging her because this isn't the first time she's got her fans all riled up and then played the victim when things escalated. In fact, Kenneth's alleged victim previously revealed that Nicki sent her men to intimidate her so she'd stop talking about Kenneth in public. Back in the 90s, Kenneth served 4 years in prison for essaying a 16-year-old girl, and after he was released in 1999, he was ordered to register as a offender in the state of New York. However, he failed to register again when he moved to California in July 2019 after marrying Nicki. Shortly after the wedding, Kenneth was arrested during a traffic stop in LA, sentenced to 1 year of home confinement, and ordered to re-register as a level 2 offender. But what's even more disturbing is that Nicki allegedly tried to silence Kenneth's victim and even sent men from her crew to try and silence her. The woman shared an emotional video on social media and accused Nicki and Kenneth of harassing her and her family and begged them to leave her alone.
This message is for Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty. Tell your people to leave my family alone, okay? Don't call my family, don't call my brothers, don't call anybody. Leave me and my family the alone.
In March 2020, the woman reportedly received a phone call from a mutual friend who knew Kenneth and her brother, and this person told her he could connect her with Nicki and Kenneth and make this go away. She thought this meant they wanted to make an agreement where all parties would stop talking about each other in public, but what happened instead is that Nicki and Kenneth's friend offered her $20,000 to write a letter stating that she lied about Kenneth essaying her.
This mutual person offered me $20,000 to write a letter stating that I lied about what I did. I lied about Kenny assaulting me.
After the woman refused, Nicki called her personally and said she would send her publicist to talk about the situation. But the publicist never visited her, and the woman said she started receiving phone calls from Nicki's street goons, who were even contacting her family members and offering them money.
I got a phone call from Nicki Minaj herself saying that she got word that I was willing to help them out in this situation. So she said that she could send her publicist Joe out to where I was living at the time. I have since moved multiple times since then, but that she can send Joe out, her publicist Joe out, to meet with me and talk with me about the situation. After that phone call with Nicki, the only contact I had was from street goons. I think she has somebody in her camp called Ganks. He was contacting family members. There was a lot of numbers as far as money.
The woman also said she had to move 4 times after her children started getting approached by random men who tried to talk to them about Kenneth. And since she obviously didn't take the money Nicki offered her, or used this story for clout, most fans believe she was telling the truth. As for this latest situation with Kenneth and Offset, fans are now saying this whole situation is extremely embarrassing for Nicki because she married someone who could easily ruin her whole career with his antics. And as for Cardi, fans are telling her to file an official complaint against Kenneth. One fan said, "Cardi B and Offset better than me. I'd have my lawyer file a complaint and contact the DA by business hours on Monday. They're millionaires with children. Damn, Kenneth Petty, old loser predator." And another person wrote, "Nicki makes too much money for her husband to be hanging around and acting like this. I would get a divorce and go somewhere and be quiet for 6 months, because this is embarrassing." But let's hear your thoughts on this. How do you feel about Kenneth threatening Offset? And do you think Kenneth is ruining Nicki's career? Let us know in the comments.